24-7, and Lower Merion at 30-3. Hello, everyone. I'm Mike Gallagher, along with Brian Duffy. We are set to call the action for you live. That team a few years back, John Trokey and Keith Neese. Brian Duffy, who may play a key role as we look at the big guy from Lower Merion in Kobe Bryant.
Sometimes when you get a new ball, it is really slippery until the basketball can be broken in. That's his first 2 points of the game, so the Ramblers have done a fantastic.
Lead at 13-7.
And they did double him down low.
Off the rim, no good. Bryant with the rebound and goes up for the slam. 5:47 left to go in the second quarter, live from the Hershey Park Arena. The Ramblers lead at 13-9, but Kobe Bryant is coming on strong now, and it is now 13.
On the floor and say, we're going for one right away.
Julian Blanks, cross half court, taken away by Kobe Bryant, who is going to go the distance up and slams it home.
Well, he's a special player, and he showed us that right there.
It's off the rim, no good. Rebound for Lower Merion. They work it up the floor, the pass, and the slam for Kobe Bryant. His 10th point of the game, and it's another slam.
To start the second half, you see Bryant doing it all, throwing it down with authority. Lower Merion showing.
Who pulls up for the shot. No good. Rebound for Kobe Bryant.
Tough shot. Neese was floating. Awfully tough to do. Oh, how about... Oh, no. Wow. Kobe Bryant is for real. I don't understand this by Lower Merion at all. No, maybe I do now.
Driving is Bryant, and he gets it to go.
I thought they were going to hold the ball, but we've seen that set from Lower.
Three is no good. The clock is winding down. It is over, unfortunately, for the Cathedral Prep Ramblers. Lower Merion prevails and wins the state championship by the final score of 48-43. The celebration is on for the Aces, but the Cathedral Prep Ramblers have to be extremely pleased and extremely proud of the 1995-96 season. And look at the media chasing Kobe Bryant. They want a shot of him because this game just may be this young man's last game before heading to the NBA.
Well, he's a great player. I mean, he really is. Kobe Bryant is the real deal. Prep probably played Kobe Bryant better defensively today than anyone in the whole state of Pennsylvania has played him. But as we have heard before, this team is a great team. It's not just Kobe Bryant. They've got some other people here that can play the game of basketball, and that's why they're the state champions. Cathedral Prep, I mean, what can you say about the job Marcel Araby and the way the Prep Ramblers have played? They've done a fabulous job. They have certainly represented the city of Erie, District 10 very well, as you get a good look at Kobe Bryant and his father. Very emotional moment. A lot of pressure on a guy like Kobe Bryant. You're talking a dad, your dad plays in the NBA, and to grow up in that kind of shadow has got to be awfully tough.
Coming from the Palace in Auburn Hills, Michigan, it's Magic's Round Ball Classic. 20 of the very best high school All-Americans right here this afternoon.
Man is 6'6". I watched him yesterday at practice. So impressive. His versatility, his understanding of the game. Beheim was smiling, talking to us earlier. He wants Mr. Walton badly. Nice look. There's the dish.
Legitimate low post player, isn't he, Dick?
Yeah.
Dakota with the bounce pass, and Bryant jams it home, and that got him up out of the seats and some high fives.
Hey, Kobe Bryant, KB, taking it to the rack. Hey, this kid, you talk about academically, he speaks fluent Italian. There he is, Mr. Bryant, flying, jamming, high riser, up and away. A lot of talk that he's thinking seriously of going to the NBA. In fact, Bob Gibbons of All-Star Sports Report has reported that he will bypass college.
I sure wish they would put some of those thoughts of the NBA on the back burner. Bryant with a reverse. And
Kobe Bryant.
They're going to have to go some to have a highlight any better than that.
I'm going to watch the little circus shot by Kobe Bryant from Lower Merion High School in the Philadelphia area. There he's hanging and twisted in the air. I said to his dad, I said, you still play one-on-one with your son? He said, yes, and I always win. I said, what do you mean? I said, Kobe, you let your dad beat you? He said, yeah, he keeps score.
At the end of the day, you know, I was a college kid, and when I went home, I opened up my refrigerator and it was bare.
I couldn't agree with you more. We spoke about that last night. They made some strides.
You know, when you're sitting here, you got to take a look at it, you know. And he turned around, he asked the reporter, he said, wouldn't you take a look at it?
Isaiah, thanks so much for coming over. We're going to have to take a break right now. 68-63, the West on top. We'll be right back.
We watched McGlure take the ball to the goal. Jamal McGlure certainly going to make some college coach happy.
As is Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant. I mean,
well, as we come back to live action, they just started play. Coda got the shot blocked and then followed by Bryant.
I'll tell you right now, as you look at Kobe Bryant getting up in the glass, I think he's starting to get loose.
At the table as we continue to watch the action. And for people who don't know, I'd love to get him to discuss the thoughts in putting one of.
They said that was a pass. He didn't go up and get it.
That was because he didn't touch anything. Kobe Bryant at the other end.
Explosive. Explosive, exciting.
They're always good players, but they're just more because there are more kids participating. Wow.
I'll tell you, just so graceful, so big-time power because of the scores on the SATs and the ACTs. And you look at Kobe Bryant, who's only 17 years of age.
Yeah, in fact, I saw the interviews that he said had he been able to go to college that
he probably would have went.
That he would have, because he said,
he won this game. He came over because I was teasing him. I said, you have no shot against the East, Jason. I said, what are you going to do with Kobe Bryant and Tim Thomas?
And he just walked right over here and said, we won this game.
I know. He reminded me that they won. Look, Kareem, he couldn't lose. Kareem coached both clubs.
Oh, my. 127-115. The West All-Stars win in somewhat of a mild upset, as you had 21 points is what I'm looking at unofficially over here in the ball game. But you're disappointed because you guys were supposed to walk with this thing. What happened?
Well, we came out with the attitude that we were going to walk through this team, we were going to win. I think you can see the attitude at the beginning of the game. We came out very lackadaisical, and they came out very pumped up and excited, and they jumped out to an early lead. They maintained that lead through the game.
I know Jason Hart came over and teased me. I was teasing him before the game. I said, you got no shot against Kobe Bryant and Tim Thomas, and they put the hurt on you guys. You guys didn't get back defensively.
Yeah, well, we're going to see him during the AAU season, so I think we're going to get him back.
But I'll tell you one thing, Kobe, there's an example of you jamming right here, flying through the sky. I mean, really a tremendous talent. Who do you pattern your game after?
Well, I just try to play the overall game. Try to be a well-rounded basketball player who can handle the ball, who can pass the ball, and shoot the ball. I want to be a multi-skilled basketball player.
And you know, we have to ask you this question. Rumors are flying all over that you're the one player here who's thinking seriously of making the transition right from the high school ranks to the professional ranks. How serious is that part of your decision?
Well, it's definitely a possibility. I think I'd be foolish not to look into that. I'm honored that people think that I'm able to make the jump. So obviously I'm going to take a look into it and see what my options are. So it's a possibility.
What other options when you talk about college? If college is your choice, what schools are you narrowed it down to?
Well, I narrowed it down to about 5. I have LaSalle, Duke, Michigan, North Carolina, and Villanova.
And LaSalle, your dad obviously is the assistant coach. Tell us a little bit about this guy. Plays his dad one-on-one, and I understand your dad still beats you.
Hey, well, he beats me up, and he keeps scoring. So I think when I get a little older with my son, then I can keep score. I think I'll beat him every time, too.
Listen, most people are not fortunate enough to live with a guy that played for 8 years in the National Basketball Association. I know what kind of tight relationship you and your dad have. What's the most important thing or most important things that he gave you to make you a better basketball player in high school?
Well, he's always told me to enjoy the basketball game. I think that's the best advice that he could ever give me. Because a lot of players just go out there and play and let the pressure overwhelm them. But my father said, go out there, have a good time, and enjoy yourself, and good things will come.
You know, Kobe, also, I mentioned on the air, you speak fluent Italian. You were in Italy. Come sta, paesano? Come sta, tu? But you speak fluent Italian, but also an outstanding student. A lot of people are unaware that I believe you scored about 1,100 on your SATs. Am I right about that? And you're just totally a well-rounded person. If you make the transition and the NBA is your goal and it happens that you make that move, will education still be part of your plan?
Oh, definitely. I always want to be a well-rounded basketball player and a well-rounded person. So I think that if I do make the jump, I definitely want to get my degree.
Were you surprised? There's talent all over this country, but just like Richard comes in, he was not even one of the regular guys. He wins the MVP in this ball game. Were you a little surprised at some of the fellas that you had heard about but you had not played with in this ball game that impressed?
Well, I know all these players are here for a reason. Whether it's Rashard Phillips, he's here for a reason. He can play basketball, and I noticed it in practice. He was out there playing. He wasn't backing down from anyone. I think this is a reality check for most of us. And guys who are America's guests are coming in here, and a guy like Rashard Phillip comes in and does work. I think that sends a great message to all these players to go back home and work on your basketball skills, because there's a lot of talent out there besides ourselves.
Well, that's a message we tried to convey to you last night about a Tim Duncan, for example, and a number of players, David Robinson, who are not superstar. I mean, nobody wanted a David Robinson, and he becomes the Naismith Player of the Year. So there are kids out there who are really dreaming. I think, and dreaming and making their dreams happen. But I think the one thing that you have, and that he has in his life, Ron, and more kids need, you got a support team there with your family.
Oh, exactly. If I play bad on the court, I can always go home, have a home-cooked meal. My mother will always be there to comfort me. But I think that's a great thing to have, because they love me not because of basketball, but because I'm their son, and they love me very much. And basketball has nothing to do with it.
And I know one thing: you get all your looks, and so do your sisters, from your mom. I'll tell you that. I guarantee you that.
Kobe, thanks for coming by. We appreciate it. 21 points in this ball game. But the most important thing is just to get to visit with you a little bit and let the fans see that the young man is not only an All-American on the court, but off the court as well.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. And I told you yesterday, I'm biased. I want to call your games in college. Wait for that NBA. College.
Okay. Kobe Bryant, our special guest here, 21 points for him, and they are telling me that we are out of town.
No more time?
We are out of time.
No more time. We're going to get a TO, baby?
Can't
That's
do it.
it.
127 to 117. The West wins it. For Dick Vitale, I'm Ron Franklin saying so long, everybody, from the Palace.
It's the 1996 McDonald's All-American High School Slam Jam, presented by Sprite. Everybody's heard of this young man, Kobe Bryant, out of Lower Merion High School, just outside of Philadelphia. Wow, with the left hand.
Kobe Bryant very strong.
Kobe doesn't like that ball. He's going and getting another one. Lester Earl, when they tied at the Beach Ball Classic, he said, hey, I want to jump off no matter what. They, in fact, had one round of a jump off. They finally settled on a tie, and Earl told us earlier, Larry, that, hey, it was no tie. I won that contest. I took home the trophy. Here he goes. It's a pretty dunk.
Kobe Bryant averaged 45 points a game this year. Well, you've seen him a lot this year. You said you've seen him a couple of other times. And, you know, with all of his athletic ability, sometimes, you know, pride takes over, too. I mean, you want to do well. You want to do well against the best players in the country. Kobe Bryant not getting it done right now.
Oh, that was beautiful. That was pretty. Got up high.
Well, and again, undecided about where he's going to go to college. A lot of people lining up waiting for his decision.
We are back, and, well, we have bonus coverage for you. We not only have one Slam Jam champion, but we
Downtown Pittsburgh, home of the Steelers and Penguins, and today the Steel Town welcomes 20 of the nation's top high school basketball players. From the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, it's the McDonald's All-American High School basketball game as the West, they're all set to take on the East. Kobe Bryant out of the Philadelphia area, and he's a good one.
Articulate, a great presence, the ability to light it up when he gets into a room, and one of his main classrooms is right here on the basketball floor. A guy that can attack the tin. You can see in these replays a variety of releases. Send it in, Kobe. The deep shot to complement, so you back up.
Corey Benjamin in transition, poked away.
Hold on here, Gus. Well, a little Barry in him from the slam dunk contest. Now he can get up longer and higher than it.
The East, they lead it by one. Kobe Bryant taking it to the cup. He would have ripped it all out.
Nice fake by Kobe, froze the D.
Oh, great look. Kobe Bryant on the backside for the reverse layup.
What a great use of the rim. He knew if he tried. He was practicing that pregame. Right here, Holloway gets control, good vision, little slip pass, and the extra look by Voss.
And you see Kobe Bryant. Look at him closely. A resemblance to Michael Jordan.
And his game a little bit too, and the way he deals with people, the same. Creating for others. And not too bad here as a guy that the pro scouts are looking at out in the open floor, made the three, open game, whatever you need.
Now, last year, Kevin Garnett made the switch straight to the NBA, and we asked Kobe, why bypass college for the NBA?
It's a supreme challenge that every basketball player wants to have and wants to face someday. That's all it is, really. I understand that college would be a great situation for me, and that's going to weigh my decision. But the NBA factor is just a challenge.
Kobe Bryant, and as I said last year, Kevin Garnett, he made the switch. He's playing.
I'm sure his dad Joe will have a lot to say and not be selfish in that decision, because LaSalle would be one of the teams that he would consider.
Only 4 high school players have made the jump from high school to the pros. Moses Malone, Daryl Dawkins, Bill Willoughby, and last year, Kevin Garnett. And this young man trying to become the next, possibly. Still working out, shooting jump shots, trying to get better.
Look at this play.
Saved by Bryant. And Steven Jackson will hammer it down. 103-88. Oh, this is not the NBA.
Kobe Bryant in the open floor. Nice little dish by Voss, and here he knew he had all white shirts and no red looming. And you can see there's
Bryant running the floor, gets it from Abdamov, and Kobe just.
I mean, he had solid home life, people who watched over, made sure he studied, and that's why he's such a success.
Big decision for Kobe. Elbow on the rim. And that is the ball game with the East going on to win it big, 120 to 105. And
I'm something like a phenomenon.
Like Kevin Garnett, Kobe Bryant was the top high school hooper in the nation. Unlike Garnett, Bryant qualified academically to play Division I ball. But Bryant seeks a bigger challenge and will follow Garnett into the pros.
I told him don't go off my success or my love, whatever I have, and try to feed off that. I told him to do his best for Kobe, and that's why that's what I tell everybody, coming out, whether high school, college, do what's best for yourself.
I can't forget how I was able to achieve and get to this position where I am now. And it was only through hard work and nothing else. So if I work hard, who knows?
And tonight, you've arrived at a place where childhood dreams will come true. With the big city of New York as a backdrop, some of the best young players in the world stand at the doorstep to the big time, the NBA. We welcome you to East Rutherford, New Jersey, and the home of the New Jersey Nets, Continental Airlines Arena. It is the 1996 NBA Draft, start to finish on TNT. Thanks for being with us tonight. The carnival atmosphere continues here at the Continental Airlines Arena. The NBA Draft continuing in the first round. We are up to the 13th pick. Here's the commissioner.
With the 13th pick in the 1996 NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Kobe Bryant from Lower Merion High School in Pennsylvania.
A coming out party for the high school kid. Kobe Bryant meeting with the approval of that Charlotte fan in attendance here. And Hubie, this is a guy whose stock has risen every time he's tried out. People like this kid.
Well, everyone writing when he first came out, well, he's going to have to bulk up. This guy is 200 pounds at 6'6". He is an offensive whiz. He's very, very talented. He has all pro moves. And when you look at him, you're talking about a young man with range. He can go off the dribble. He can get his shot. And in every place that he worked out, nothing but raves. No one talking about any shortness or a weakness in his game.
Jerry West told me today that greatness lies ahead for this young man. Thought he was going to be absolutely fantastic. I recruited him out of high school, and certainly I believe everything he said in this man's ability. He is just flat out going to be outstanding. It's going to take him a little time, though, because he's going from high school, skipping college, into a very physical game.
All he did was average 31 points a game his senior year. His team won the state title with 31 wins and 3 losses, and he eclipsed the scoring mark of Wilt Chamberlain in Pennsylvania. This kid has got it all.
Yeah, you get the package, and I think what you like best about him everyone says that he makes everyone else around him a better player. And he's a winning style guy. We realize that there's a lot to overcome when you come right out of high school. But if anyone has a good chance, this young man is blessed with outstanding offensive skills.
His dad, Joe Jellybean Bryant, was the 14th pick when he was selected. Kobe, number 13. Let's go to Greg Sager.
Well, Kobe, your dad can tell you about the NBA. You can watch every playoff game on TV. But until you go through the workouts, experience yourself, you don't get that firsthand. What was it like for the tryouts? What did you learn?
Well, I learned that you have to work hard and you have to approach the game with a serious mindset. There's a step up from high school, and I understand that. So therefore, every time I step on a basketball court, I'm going to put a strong effort out there on the floor. I'm not going to leave anything on the floor.
You had the grades, you had the scores to go to college. Why the NBA?
It's the ultimate challenge. You know, if I was 40 years old and I'm sitting back and I'm looking back on my career, if I went to college and played on the NBA, maybe I had a great career, maybe not. And I'm still having that doubt in my mind. Could I have answered that challenge? Could I have responded to the challenge of the NBA? And that's something that I didn't want to have on my shoulders, so I just really accepted it.
A year ago is Kevin Garnett sitting where you are. Have you talked to him? What advice has he given you?
He's talked to me. He's told me a lot of stories and a lot of experiences that he was going through. But all in all, he said it has to be your own decision. You know, he said that he can give me a lot of pros and cons, but ultimately it has to be my decision.
Well, here's a copy of The Sting, the official book of the Charlotte Hornets, with your new coach, Dave Cowens, on the cover. Do your homework before you show up at the Hive.
Thank you very much.
From behind the arc, Kobe pots it. First professional bucket to triple, Lakers by 10. Midway through the third, watch Eric Montross. Left ankle steps on Eddie Jones, and Montross would have to leave the game, would not return. Late in the fourth quarter, more from the kid, Mr. Bryant. Gets the pass from Jerome Kersey, and thank you very much.
Gone, we don't know how long. Lakers up 6. Sean Rooks inside to Bryant, who looks like a vet. Look at how he goes.